In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to identify the zeros of a polynomial function when it's written in its factored form. So let's take a look at this paragraph that I have here. When a polynomial function is written in factored form, so this is the general factored form right here, where all R1, R2, and so on are real numbers, then R1, R2, and so on are known as the real zeros of the polynomial function. Now, as you know, in 20-1 or 20 pure, you know that the zeros are also the x-intercepts of your graph. So let's jump right into an example here. It says determine the zeros of the polynomial function f of x is equal to x plus 1 times x minus 2 times x plus 4 and confirm your solution by graphing. So if we take a look at our function here, it's already in factored form. So to find the zeros, we simply make the function equal to 0 and solve for x. So 0 is equal to x plus 1 times x minus 2 times x plus 4. So to solve the factored form of a polynomial function, you're going to apply what you have applied in the past, and that's called the zero property. It states that since each of these factors, x plus 1, x minus 2, and x plus 4 the product is 0, that means each of these factors are equal to 0. So if we equate each factor equal to 0, we could find the 0. So x minus 2 is equal to 0. And finally, x plus 4 is equal to 0. So if I was to solve for x in each of my equations here, I have a value of x is equal to negative 1, x is equal to positive 2, and x is equal to negative 4. So there are my 3 zeros, and you could definitely confirm your answers by simply graphing the function. So if I pop up my calculator here, I'm going to graph in the original function. So plug in x. I'm going to move this here. X plus, don't forget your brackets, x plus 1 times x minus 2, x minus 2, there we go, and finally x plus 4. Okay, so if I was to plug this into my calculator and I went with a Zoom standard fit, I get a function that looks like this. So as you can see, we have 3 different zeros, and you can easily solve for them. Let's solve for the first one. So the one on the left. So go second trace, select 2 for 0, and you're going to get your little cursor spider guy. You're going to go to the left of your first point, or so your first 0. So right about there. Perfect. So press enter. Get on the right bound of your 0. Press enter again, and then enter. And we get a 0 of negative 4. Now that confirms this 0 right there. Okay, so if we continue on, let's find the other zeros. So I'm going to load up my calculator here. And let's find the middle 0. So go second trace, 2 for 0. Okay, so you're going to move that cursor right to the left of that second 0. So right about there is perfect. So press enter. And it's going to ask for a right bound. Get it to the right of that 0 and press enter again. It's going to ask you to guess, and you're going to enter, and we get a 0 of negative 2. So that confirms this point of intersection. Finally, let's find the third point of intersection. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys know what's going to happen here. So let's quickly find that one. Get on the left. So just about there, press enter, and get on the right. Enter again. Press enter, and we get a 0 at positive 2, which confirms this one right there. So that is how you find the zeros from the factored form.